So now we have to actually take all the values from our request and add and pass them into the function we just created. So the first thing we need is the user key. So we can extract this from the check login function we have created previously in the Yum search request handler. So this is self.check user logged in. And since we are already wrapped around this login required, we know that they are logged in. So this will return a user object, because if I command click here, we see that we are returning an entire user, okay, using their ID. So since we're getting the entire user, we just want their key. So we will pass the key method onto it. And then we can go ahead and say title is equal to self.request.get title. The same for cuisine. And then the same for difficulty. Then prep time. Cook time. Ingredients. And directions. And then we are missing our photo. So we can say image or photo. And here we need to change this up. Instead of self request get, we need to type self request post, because it will be in the body of the post, and say, I'm going to see what we called this input image. Okay, so we need to call an image here. Okay, image. Okay, good. Sorry, I have a typo here. Photo. Okay, good. Looks good. Now, before we can add the recipe to the method in our model we just created, we first need to store our photo in our Google Cloud Storage. Okay, so what is the Google Cloud Storage? Well, okay, so go to console.developers.google.com/project// and then your project ID. Okay, so if we go here to storage, we will see Google Storage. And then we can see the storage browser. So we're going to click on this. And it's asking us to create a bucket. Now, what is a bucket? A bucket is essentially a folder where we can store all of our files, right? So we can store our images that the user will be uploading, or our parser will be downloading from other websites. So let's go ahead and actually create this bucket beforehand, because we don't want to upload our application to production only to then find out that we forgot to create the bucket, and we will receive a bunch of errors because App Engine will not be able to store the images in the bucket that we will specify in the code. So let's go ahead and create this. Now, the name of the bucket must be unique across all projects in Google Storage. So for example, if I try and use a very common name that surely someone has already used, like cats, okay, and I'll try and create this. Well, bucket name must be unique across all projects. You know, this bucket is already in use, so I won't be able to use that one. So I always like to append some kind of, you know, the name of my project or something. So I'll say YS2 for Yum Search 2 -recipe -images. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this won't be used up. Okay, great. So we've created our bucket. Okay, so we will be adding our images into this bucket. Okay, so let's just copy the name for now. And let's just add it as a comment here, just so we don't forget.